Which part of the neuron is responsible for receiving incoming signals from other neurons? A. Axon. B. Dendrite. C. Soma. D. Axon hillock. The correct answer is B. Dendrites are the branching structures of a neuron that receive electrical signals from other neurons or sensory inputs and transmit them toward the cell body. Which neurotransmitter is primarily associated with the parasympathetic nervous system's rest and digest response? A. Dopamine. B. Norepinephrine. C. Acetylcholine. D. Serotonin. The correct answer is C. Acetylcholine is the primary neurotransmitter of the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for activating the body's rest and digest responses. Which glial cells are responsible for forming the myelin sheath around axons in the central nervous system? A. Astrocytes. B. Schwann cells. C. Oligodendrocytes. D. Microglia. The correct answer is C. Oligodendrocytes are glial cells in the central nervous system that wrap around axons to form the myelin sheath, which helps increase the speed of action potential conduction. Which part of the brain is primarily responsible for regulating heart rate and respiration? A. Cerebrum. B. Medulla oblongata. C. Thalamus. D. Cerebellum. The correct answer is B. The medulla oblongata, located in the brainstem, controls autonomic functions such as heart rate, breathing, and blood pressure. Which ion is primarily responsible for the depolarization phase of an action potential? A. Chloride. B. Sodium. C. Potassium. D. Calcium. The correct answer is B. Sodium ions are responsible for depolarization as they flow into the neuron through voltage-gated sodium channels, making the inside of the cell more positive. Which lobe of the brain is primarily associated with processing visual information? A. Frontal lobe. B. Parietal lobe. C. Temporal lobe. D. Occipital lobe. The correct answer is D. The occipital lobe, located at the back of the brain, is primarily responsible for visual processing, including interpreting visual stimuli and information. Which neurotransmitter is most associated with mood regulation and is often targeted by antidepressant drugs? A. Glutamate. B. Acetylcholine. C. Serotonin. D. GABA. The correct answer is C. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation, and its levels are often targeted by antidepressant drugs such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs. Which structure connects the two hemispheres of the brain and facilitates interhemispheric communication? A. Corpus callosum. B. Pons. C. Hypothalamus. D. Thalamus. The correct answer is A. The corpus callosum is a thick band of nerve fibers that connects the left and right hemispheres of the brain, allowing for communication between them. Which of the following is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system? A. Glutamate. B. GABA. C. Dopamine. D. Acetylcholine. The correct answer is B. Gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter in the CNS, which helps regulate neural excitability and prevent overactivation of neurons. In a reflex arc, what type of neuron carries signals from sensory receptors to the central nervous system? A. Interneuron. B. Motor neuron. C. Sensory neuron. D. Efferent neuron. The correct answer is C. Sensory neurons, also known as afferent neurons, carry signals from sensory receptors toward the central nervous system for processing. Which part of the brain is involved in coordinating voluntary muscle movements and maintaining posture and balance? A. Cerebellum. B. Thalamus. C. Hypothalamus. D. Cerebrum. The correct answer is A. The cerebellum is responsible for coordinating voluntary movements, maintaining balance, and ensuring smooth and precise muscle activity. Which type of neuron has a single axon and multiple dendrites, making it the most common neuron type in the central nervous system? A. Unipolar neuron. B. Bipolar neuron. C. Multipolar neuron. D. Pseudounipolar neuron. The correct answer is C. Multipolar neurons, which have one axon and multiple dendrites, are the most common type of neuron in the central nervous system, particularly in the brain and spinal cord. Which of the following is the primary role of Schwann cells in the peripheral nervous system? A. Generating action potentials. B. Forming the blood-brain barrier. C. Producing the myelin sheath. D. Removing cellular debris. The correct answer is C. Schwann cells are responsible for forming the myelin sheath around axons in the peripheral nervous system, increasing the speed of electrical signal transmission. Which region of the brain is responsible for controlling the body's circadian rhythms and regulating the sleep-wake cycle? A. Amygdala. B. Hippocampus. C. Hypothalamus. D. Medulla oblongata. The correct answer is C. The hypothalamus, particularly the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, regulates circadian rhythms and controls the sleep-wake cycle by responding to light and dark signals. Which ion channels are responsible for repolarizing the membrane during the action potential? A. Calcium channels. B. Potassium channels. C. Sodium channels. D. Chloride channels. The correct answer is B. During repolarization, potassium channels open, allowing K-Jod ions to exit the neuron, which restores the membrane potential back to its resting state. Which brain structure plays a central role in processing emotions, particularly fear and pleasure? A. Cerebellum. B. Hippocampus. C. Amygdala. D. Basal ganglia. The correct answer is C. The amygdala, located in the temporal lobe, is primarily involved in processing emotions such as fear, pleasure, and anger, and plays a role in emotional memory. Which part of the spinal cord is responsible for carrying motor information from the brain to the body? A. Dorsal horn. B. Ventral horn. C. Dorsal root ganglion. D. Gray matter. The correct answer is B. The ventral horn of the spinal cord contains motor neurons that carry signals from the brain to the body's muscles for voluntary movements. Which neurotransmitter is released at neuromuscular junctions to trigger muscle contractions? A. Dopamine. B. Norepinephrine. C. Acetylcholine. D. Serotonin. The correct answer is C. Acetylcholine is released at neuromuscular junctions, where it binds to receptors on muscle cells, initiating the process that leads to muscle contraction. Which region of the brain is primarily responsible for forming long-term memories? A. Cerebellum. B. Hippocampus. C. Thalamus. D. Basal ganglia. The correct answer is B. The hippocampus, located in the temporal lobe, plays a crucial role in the formation of long-term memories and spatial navigation. Which neurotransmitter is critical for activating the fight or flight response in the sympathetic nervous system? A. GABA. B. Dopamine. C. Norepinephrine. D. Serotonin. The correct answer is C. Norepinephrine is a key neurotransmitter in the sympathetic nervous system, responsible for activating the fight-or-flight response by increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and glucose release.